How you doing, everyone, and welcome back to another video with me, Azza. Those of you that don't know me, my name is Aaron Massey and I'm kicking off YouTube by doing drum videos and tutorials. So if you are a drummer or you want to learn, definitely check out these videos. And even if you're not a drummer, feel free to watch these videos because I'm going to be doing more stuff in the future. But let's get into today's video. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 tips I have for setting up a drum kit. This list I've created have definitely been from my past and my experience over the years. But before we get into the list, make sure to like, comment and subscribe if you already haven't subscribed, and also hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next video. So my first tip for setting up a drum kit would definitely be keeping the kit together. Now what I mean by this is don't have the individual parts of the drum further away from each other. So you got the floor tom all the way to your right, or if you're a left-handed drummer, you've got it all the way far to your left. Have the kit close to you. You don't want to have the rack toms all the way high up. And the most common mistake I always see drummers make is having their cymbals far away from them. So it's best to set up a kit that makes you comfortable playing it. You can reach each part of the drum kit well, and also don't make it hard for yourself. Sometimes if you're in small spaces, you may have to cope with being a little bit cramped. But if you do have a big enough space, definitely set up a kit that's suitable for you to play and that's also comfortable for you. So for the second tip, it's pretty simple and it's the seat placement. So the main thing for this is you wouldn't want to have your drum seat too close to the drum kit or further away from the drum kit. Again, this goes back to being comfortable when playing. You just want to have the right amount of space to reach the kick pedal and also the hi-hat pedal as well. So sticking with the drum seat, this brings us on to the next tip, and with tip 3 is the seat height. So the main goal for this is to try and have a right angle of your thigh and your calf. If your seat is too low, it might do damage to your knees, so it's quite important to try and keep it at a right angle or just a bit above a right angle so you get a good height when you're playing as well. So for the 4th tip of setting up a drum kit, this brings us to the snare drum. For this tip, what you want to do is bring the snare drum height above the kick drum. This reduces the interference between the snare drum and the kick drum together. So when you play the kick drum, it doesn't vibrate the snare that much. Over the years, I have discovered that this is better, and the overall snare drum quality sounds much better when the snare drum is lifted higher from the kick drum. Also, another quick thing, be comfortable with the height of the snare drum so that your arms isn't too high when playing. And for tip number 5, the final tip of setting up a drum kit, is the shoulder height of the cymbals. Now for this, if the cymbals are too low, there's a possible chance when you're hitting the rack tom or the floor tom, you might hit the cymbals instead. And if the cymbal height is too high, you're just making life harder for yourself, unless you like that. But what I find comfortable is having the cymbal height the same as your shoulder height or just below the shoulder. This helps as it's spot on in the middle, so you're not reaching over, but it's also not interfering with other parts of the drum, and it helps me playing the best when I am using the cymbals with the height. So just to recap over the 5 tips of setting up a drum kit. Number 1, we've got keeping the kit together. Number 2, we've got the seat placement. Number 3, we've got the seat height. Number 4, we've got the snare above the kick. Then lastly, number 5, we've got the shoulder cymbal height. So with these 5 tips, hopefully they'll help you in the best way possible when you're playing and when you're setting up a drum kit in the future. So that's the end of the video, and once again, leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and also check out last week's upload where I uploaded my first YouTube shorts and it done very well. So I'm hoping to do more shorts again in the future, and I hope to see you all next week as well.